Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval Creed. Today we will be reviewing the final aircraft layout for the Essex, and this one is kind of a mix of the previous two. So before that, as always, the ship itself is still the same. All stats have not changed since the first video we've done on her, or at least currently. And then, so the first layout was kind of focused on fighters. This one was kind of focused on strike. This one is kind of a mix of both. We have the fighters and the torpedo bombers from the first layout, but we have the torpedo bombers, or the dive bombers from the second layout. So we kind of have a mix of both strike and offense or defensive potential. A very, very good balanced layout, I would say. So let's see what we can do with this layout and toss her into a game. Alright, here ourselves a game. 1 carrier, 2 battleships, 3 cruisers, and 1 destroyer. So let's see how we can do. Ooh, and actually a pretty good map too. I really like this map. So the carrier is obviously going to have pretty strong AA. The battleships have pretty strong AA as well. Lean and Fargo have good AA. Takao not so much. Then Tashkent has like no anti-aircraft defense at all. However, she has her speed to keep her safe. So let's bring out all of our aircraft here. And where do we want to go? I think we want to come over this way. Alright, so let's get ourselves moving, get our aircraft in the air. As you can see the deck park, there's a ton of aircraft in this layout. I think I saw there's 32 aircraft in this setup that you can have in the air all at one time. So yeah, a lot of aircraft to control. I really like this camo. I know I've said that before, but I really just like the white, blue, and the black for camos. Alright, so first things first, we'll see what targets we have on our side. If there's a strong cruiser, we take that out first. Maybe do some damage on the battleships. I don't know if I should keep the fighters with my strike aircraft to provide as AA cover, or if I should just have them on their own. I think I want to have them on their own this game to see how that works, because there's not that many targets. Alright, so we have a Takao on our side, and a Tashkent. Not so worried about the Tashkent. The Lion, Missouri, Fargo, and Lean are all bottled together, so I'm not going to go after those. Let's see how far. Okay, our torpedo bombers are coming up. I'm going to see if I can torpedo this Takao over here. Maybe get some dive bombs on the Lion. We'll see. So our torpedo bombers are on site. Let's see if that works. She is turning to take them, so this should be pretty good. Yep, there we go. Awesome. Fighters, what are our fighters doing? Not what they need to be doing. Dive bombers. Coming in for a strike. Alright, so we have all of our dive bombers, or what's left of them. And we got 25,000 damage out of 10 bomb hits. I will definitely take that. Alright, let's finish off these fighters while we still can. Let's move ourselves into A. We do have the upgraded fighters, so we should be able to knock these aircraft down without much of a problem. And now we just have to wait to see what the carrier decides to throw at us now. While our strike aircraft are reloading. This is actually pretty good layout for this carrier. You have good potential to defend against enemy aircraft. You have good strike potential to attack enemy ships. And if you need to, you can do the aircraft fighter bait tactic that I did in the last game. And that'll be pretty good because you have enough fighters to do so. And so the carrier's over here, so we can keep our fighters right out there. We want to bring our dive bombers over here. Let's see if we can go after that carrier, I'd say. With the dive bombers. With our torpedo bombers, we're going to see if we can maybe damage one of these battleships here. Maybe a follow-up strike on that line. I don't really want to shoot you if I don't have to. But it looks like I'll have to get to the torpedo bombers. Alright, let's get moving. Our torpedo bombers are on site. Since the line is actually almost down, we're going to go after this Missouri here. So I don't think that was enough lead. Actually, no, that was too much lead is what I meant to say. But we still were able to get maybe one torpedo hit, it looks like. Alright, going after this carrier now. We're just going to straight dive bomb her. Oh, we lost all of our fighters. Interesting. We have some spares, it's okay. First attack. Second attack. Good damages. I'll take that. And she does have a fire on, so that'll help us. What's the teams looking like? 2 battleships and a carrier versus 2 battleships and a carrier. You know what? I'll take that. Right, so we do want to get our fighters back out. We're going to bring out Squad 1 just because we can. Squad 2 still needs to rearm. That's fine. Even if we just have 1 out right now, that's more than we had a moment ago. Bring our torpedo bombers back out for these battleships. We could probably use the fighter tactic to keep more of them alive, but I'm not too worried about it. It's the end game at this point. Alright, so I do need my second squadron to come out. First squadron to try and take care of these torpedo bombers. I'm going to get caught up in the fighters no matter what, but maybe I can take at least some torpedo bombers out. Alright, this is doing... We got a couple. Actually, we're getting quite a few of them. I'll take that. We're running out of ammo, though. Alright. Torpedo bombers coming in on this Missouri. You are aground now, so there's no way you can actually dodge me. Dive bombers coming back up for this carrier. Let me try something. So I now have both of them split on different ends of the carrier here. Maybe I can get a bunch of fires even if she survives. So the first one got 3 fires. Actually, no, they both dropped and I got 3 fires. So yeah, that works out really, really well. And there she goes, she's sunk. And the last lion goes down as well. So let's see how we did. That worked pretty well. 160,000 damage, 3 ships sunk, 10 torpedo hits, 31 bomb hits, 24 aircraft shot down, 5 fires, 2 floodings, 1 capped base for 6,600 base XP. 22,000 damage in fires and floodings. Torpedoes did 68,000 damage. Bombs did 69,000 damage. I think that's one of the first games we've had in carriers that we got more damage in bombs than torpedoes, especially with American carriers. Their torpedoes may not be the best, but they certainly do pack a good punch. But yeah, the dive bombers also added with the dual fighter squadrons. That's a really powerful setup that this carrier has, and is probably going to be the layout that I use mostly for her. But you can use whatever one you want. If you want the basic fighters and then strike, or if you want more of a strike let out, or if you want more of a balanced layout, it's really up to you how you play and what you find is best. But all of these are pretty good layouts, and yeah, at starting from tier 7 above, any kind of carrier is a really big threat to any kind of surface ship. So with that, I will wrap up today's video. Tomorrow we'll be reviewing the first layout of Midway. So thank you for watching and take care.